Hello, it's Dr. Hurd here to talk to you about calendars, the 10-minute family solution. The first component that I would suggest implementing is lesson 1, which is calendars, which helps everybody in the family organize and calm their thoughts by having an idea of what's going to happen in the upcoming day, week, and month. Everybody should have their own calendar printed out and put somewhere that they can see it. A lot of times I'll tell people post it on their door, post it somewhere in their room, either on the inside or outside of the door, somewhere that they can see on a daily basis and they can put down things that they have to do. This is a really important tool. It seems like this one comes up all the time where kids get upset during the week by being surprised by things that they didn't really know that they had to do. And parents will often say, well, I told them last week that we'd be doing this week, but the way kids' minds work, it either was in one ear or out the other, they weren't really listening, or they didn't have an idea when that would be. They remember hearing that we were going to go do this, but they didn't know it was going to be on Wednesday when they had really wanted to do something else. So what the calendars allow us to do is to put things on the calendar and have an idea of when it's coming. So as an adult, a lot of times the calendar helps us because even if we have something on the calendar that we don't particularly want to do, not only can we mentally get ready for doing this thing that's not preferable, but we can plan the rest of our day accordingly. So if we know we have something that we don't really want to do, maybe the rest of the day we go easy on ourselves or we do some sort of little reward. I mean, for me, it might be going to get a coffee or something like that. But for kids, it's a really important tool, and all things should be on the calendar, including things like errands or going to appointments or going to sports, or anything out of the ordinary, going to grandma's house. Anything that they're going to do, even little, should be on the calendar so that they have an idea of what to expect after school or on the weekends, those type of things. And it can really go a long way. Oftentimes, I'll give you an example. Kids will come into my office and say, well, gosh, I had a really, really bad day. I got up, nothing was going well. I didn't sleep well the night before. Then I got to school, someone broke my pencil. Then I got myself in a little bit of trouble and I missed recess, and then I was done for the day and just thought, gosh, I just need to come home and watch my show or play my video game and just rest. But after school, I got in the car and I found out I needed to go to my sister's dentist appointment, and then we had to go do errands. And by the time I got home, all we had time for was dinner and going to do homework and going to bed, and I just lost it, and so they can actually tell you at what point this was just too much for them, and they had a lot of surprises that they didn't totally know about. By putting it on the calendar, we can kind of not only prep them mentally for what they're going to have to do, but you could maybe see how much that is for this child and sweeten the deal on something. Either they can pick out a small treat when they go to do errands, or maybe we recognize how long this day's been and we say, okay, you know what, we know it's been a long day, we know it's going to push bedtime back by 10 minutes, but you can have 10 minutes of your game, at some point in the evening, just to sort of say, I know you've had a rough day, I know this day is really long, but here are a couple of things that you find joyful. And the calendar will allow us to do that, and is definitely a tool and a building block for the rest of the lessons in the 10-minute family solution.